שבת אחים גם יחד, הנה מה טוב ומה נעים. שבת אחים גם יחד, הנה מה טוב ומה נעים. שבת אחים גם יחד, הנה מה טוב ומה נעים. שבת אחים גם יחד, הנה מה טוב ומה נעים. שבת אחים גם יחד. Shabbat Shalom, everybody. It is so wonderful to see all of your beautiful faces here this evening. We have a really special service planned. The Kesher students, Kesher is our group of 7th through 12th graders, and the word Kesher means connection, and this is a way in which the 7th through 12th graders are getting together, spending time here in our building, hanging out, and putting together this service. So they have put this together. They're going to be leading us. We're going to be leading together, really. And I'm just so glad to see all of your wonderful faces here tonight. So Shabbat Shalom, and a happy last day, or spending maybe tomorrow of Passover, depending on what you decide, how you do Passover. And we're so glad to be together this evening. All right, Elliot, you ready? Okay. We are on page 1.
May the doors of the synagogue be wide enough to receive all who hunger for love and all who are lonely for fellowship.
May it welcome all who have cares to unburden, pangs to express, hopes to nurture.
May the doors of the synagogue be narrow enough to shut out pettiness and pride, and envy and anger. May it be too high to admit complacency in selfishness and harshness.
May these doors open the way to our search for God and our commitment to humanity.
May the synagogue be, for all who enter, the doorway to a richer and more meaningful life.
Ozi v'zimradya v'yehi v'lishua. 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 So I'm excited to invite Kesher forward to light the Shabbat candles. We are on the second page, which does not have a number at the bottom, but it is page 2. So if y'all would, please come join me.
Okay, who's gonna light the candles?
Okay, please. Yeah, of course, right here. Perfect. Before this, will you all read the top of the English at that top of the page? Let's read it together. As these Shabbat candles give light to all who behold them, so may we, by our lives, give light to all who behold us. As their brightness reminds us of the generations of Israel who have kindled light, so may we, in our own day, Be among those who kindle light. Go for it, bud. Yep. Yes, please. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lehadlik ner shel Shabbat. Thank you all. I am really excited because this evening, Kesher is going to be leading us in a little art learning situation instead of a Devar Torah, which is great news for me in many fronts. But we are going to go through our service so that the people who are joining us online can also participate and say Kaddish should they need, and then we'll do our learning sort of as our second piece of our service. So I just want to, I meant to say that at the top, but you know, never too late. We are going to sing Lecha Dodi. Let's join together as we welcome Shabbat. Lecha Dodi likra kala yalalai 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 p'nei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha Dodi likra kala yalalai 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 p'nei Shabbat nekabela. Shamor v'zachor b'dibor echad hishmianu el hamiuchad Adonai echad u'shmo echad l'shem u'tiferet v'litchila Lecha Dodi likra kala yalalai 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 p'nei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha Dodi likra kala yalalai 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 p'nei Shabbat nekabela. Likrat Shabbat lechu v'nelcha ki mekor habracha merosh mikedem nesucha sof ma'aseh b'machshavat tchila Lecha Dodi likra kala yalalai 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 p'nei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha Dodi likra kala yalalai 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 p'nei Shabbat nekabela. Hitoreri ki va'orech kumiori Uri shir daberi kevod Adonai alayich nigla Lecha Dodi likra kala yalalai 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 p'nei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha Dodi likra kala yalalai 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 p'nei Shabbat nekabela. We rise and face the sanctuary doors. Boi v'shalom ateret bala gam besimcha uvesohola toch emunei am segula boi chala Lecha Dodi likra kala yalalai 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 p'nei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha Dodi likra kala yalalai 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 p'nei Shabbat nekabela. Yeah. Well, you might need that.
Hi.
Yay. Okay. We are on page 4 at the top. Will you do this first? Okay.
Yeah. Yai, lai, lai,
Lai, lai, lai, lai, lai. Please rise. Yai, lai, 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 lai. Yai, lai, 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 lai. Yai, lai, 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 lai. Yai, lai, 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 lai. Yai, lai, 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 lai. Yai, lai, 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 lai. Yai, lai, 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 lai. Baruch Hu et Adonai HaMevorach. Baruch Adonai HaMevorach. HaMevorach le'olam va'ed. HaMevorach, HaMevorach le'olam va'ed. Thank you very much. Well done. Please be seated, everybody. Take this with you.
I almost forgot that.
Evie. We're going to continue with the chant for Ma'ariv Aravim. This is a favorite camp tune. And Ma'ariv Aravim is our prayer. It literally means evening the evening. Thank you, God, for, blessed are you, God, who evenings the evening, who brings on the evening, who makes the evening. So try it out with us. We'll teach it to you. You probably know it. Maybe you do, maybe you don't. And then we'll sing it together. Ready? Roll into dark, roll into light. Night becomes day, day turns to night. Roll into dark, roll into light. Night becomes day, day turns to night. Borei yom v'layla, golel or mibnei choshech, golel mor mibnei choshech, v'choshech mibnei or. That's the whole thing. So we're going to do it again together, and then we're going to sort of split it up, see how it goes. Here we go. Roll into dark, roll into light. Night becomes day, day turns to night. Roll into dark, roll into light. Night becomes day, day turns to night. Borei yom v'layla, golel or mibnei choshech, golel or mibnei choshech, v'choshech mibnei or. So now you're going to either choose the English part or the Hebrew part. You want to? We didn't really talk about this. You want to learn the English part or the Hebrew part?
I'll do the English part.
Sweet. Okay. So Evie's going to do the English part, and I'll do the Hebrew part, and we'll do it together. Ready? You're going to start, and then I'll start right after you. Go ahead.
Roll into dark, roll into
Try it once.
light.
Here we go. Night becomes day.
Day turns to night.
Borei yom v'layla, golel or mipnei choshech, golel or mipnei choshech, v'choshech mipnei or.
Day turns to night.
Roll into dark, roll into light. Night becomes day, day turns to night. Thank you. Baruch atah Adonai hama'ariv aravim. Blessed are you, Adonai, who brings on the evenings. Kasher, if you would, come join me to lead Shema and V'ahavta. Yeah. You guys go up there. They've heard my voice a lot, so you guys go closer to the microphone.
I'm back.
I'll start us in.
Did you miss me?
1, 2, 3.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Shem Kevod Malchuto, Leolam Vaed. Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto, Leolam Vaed. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha b'chol levavecha u'b'chol nafshecha u'b'chol me'odecha v'hayu ha'dvarim ha'ele asher Anochi mitzavecha hayom al levavecha v'shinatam levonecha v'dibarta bam v'shivtecha b'beitecha u'lechtecha b'derech u'shoftecha u'v'kumecha u'shartam le'ot al yadecha v'hayu letotafot beinecha u'ktavtam al mezuzot beitecha u'visharecha למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים להיות להם אלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם.
It's so nice to hear other voices up here. It's wonderful. Y'all sound great. We're going to continue with Michamocha, which is on page 6, and that page actually has a number. Ready? Yai lai lai, yai lai 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 lai, yai lai 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 lai, lai 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 lai, yai lai 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 lai, yai lai lai lai, yai lai 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 lai. Michamocha va'elim Adonai, Michamocha ne'edar b'kodesh, no ra tehila dosei fele, no ra tehila dosei fele. Malachut zechara uvanecha, bokei hayam livnei Moshe u'Miriam, ze'elianu ve'amru, ze'elianu ve'ameru, Adonai yimloch le'olam vad, Adonai yimloch le'olam vad. Yai lai lai, yai lai 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 lai, yai lai 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 lai, yai lai lai lai, yai lai 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 lai, yai lai lai lai, yai lai 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 lai. Thank you very much. Well done. Eliza, my friend, if you would. We are on page 7. Yeah, of course.
Hani the Wise One was also known as Hani the Circle Maker. By drawing a circle and stepping inside of it, he would recite special prayers for rain, sometimes even argue with God during a drought. And the rains would come. He was indeed a miracle maker. As wise as he was, Hani sometimes saw something that puzzled him. Then he would ask questions so he could unravel the mystery. One day, Hani the Circle Maker was walking on the road and saw an old man planting a carob tree. Hani asked the man, "How long will it take for this tree to bear fruit?" The man replied, 70 years. Hani then asked the man, "And do you think you will live another 70 years and eat the fruit of this tree?" The man answered, "Perhaps not. However, when I was born into the world, I found many carob trees planted by my father and my grandfather. Just as they planted trees for me, I am planting trees for my children and grandchildren, so they will be able to eat the fruits of these trees."
Shira and Keegan. Please rise, everybody. We are on page 8. You want to come up too? Adonai sefatai tiftach ufi yagi tehilatecha. Eternal God, open my lips that my mouth may declare your glory. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu Elohei Avotenu Imotenu Elohei Abraham Elohei Yitzchak Elohei Yaakov Elohei Sarah Elohei Rivka Elohei Leah Elohei Rachel Ha'el Hagadol Hagibor V'Hanora El Elyon Gomel Chasadim Tovim V'Konei Hakol V'Zocher Chasdei Avot V'Imavot U'Mevii Geula Livnei Bneihem Leman Shemo Ve'ahava Melech Ozer Moshiach U'Magen Baruch atah Adonai Magen Abraham Ve'ezrat Sarah Atah Gibor Le'olam Adonai Mechayei Hakol Atah Rav Lehoshia Mechalkel Chaim Bechesed Mechayei Hakol Berachamim Rabim Somech Noflim Berofei Cholim Umatir Asirim Umekayem Emunato Lishenei Afar Michamocha Va'al Gevurot Umido Melech Melech Meimit Umechayeh Umatzmiach Yeshua V'ne'eman atala hayot hakol Baruch atah Adonai mehayei hakol. Nicely done. Thank you, Mother. I'm going to invite you to remain standing as we continue with the Shamru. V'shamru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat la'asot et ha-Shabbat ledorotam berit olam. V'shamru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat la'asot et ha-Shabbat ledorotam berit olam. Beini uvein b'nei Yisrael oti leolam, oti leolam. V'shamru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat la'asot et ha-Shabbat ledorotam berit olam. Ki sheshet yamim asa Adonai et hashamayim ve'et haaretz v'shamru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat la'asot et ha-Shabbat ledorotam berit olam. Ubayom hashvi'i Shabbat vayinafash, Shabbat vayinafash, Shabbat vayinafash. V'shamru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat la'asot et ha-Shabbat ledorotam berit olam. I will invite you all now to take a seat, take a few moments of silent prayer and reflection and meditation. If it's hard for you to sit in silence, I invite you to take a few deep breaths and see how that feels. Ose shalom bimromav, hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'imru amen. Ya'aseh shalom, ya'aseh shalom, shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael. Ya'aseh shalom, ya'aseh shalom, shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael. Ya'aseh shalom, ya'aseh shalom, shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael. Ya'aseh shalom, ya'aseh shalom, shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael.
Creator of all, each morning I wake to the sun. Each night I sleep in the glow of the moon and stars. Each moment I am grateful for this planet, where the air is just right, the temperature allows my existence, and the waters fulfill my thirst.
I know that every choice I have made had not been one with your creation at its center, but this year, as we celebrate Shemitah, release, I will take another step toward each of my actions, expressing my devotion to your creation.
As we think about devotion to the creation, the creator of all, we think about those who are in our community who are in need of healing, who perhaps are not experiencing the wholeness of that creation at this moment. They may be in need of healing of body and of mind and of spirit. We'll take a moment or two of silence to allow the folks at home to share their names on Zoom, and then I'll invite you all to share the names of the people that you may be thinking of this evening, and I'll share the names of our community members. This week, we are thinking of Abe Slame, Mickey Berg, Arlene Shaw, Shay Bukema, Joan Firestone, Steve and Sharon Burns, Mike Ingber, Barbara Saul, Suzanne Kovacs, Doreen Billett, and David Holstein. If there's somebody you are thinking of this evening whose name you would like to add to our Misha Berak list, our prayers for healing, I'll invite you to rise and share that name aloud with our community. We join together in our Misha Berak prayer on the top of page 11. Misha Berak Avotenu Mekor HaBracha Leimotenu. May the source of strength, who bless the ones before us, help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say, Amen. Misha Berak Imotenu Mekor HaBracha Leavotenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shalema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say, Amen. Eliza.
Today for us is a new day on earth. Let us live it in awe and wonder. Will everything work? Should the trees cease to grow? Should the sun cease to glow? Should our hearts cease to beat? We thank you again and again that our world is complete. I can think, I can breathe, I can hope, I can sneeze. I can laugh, I can cry, I can pray. For the wonder each day, for the strength come what may, for the power to say, blessed are you, God, who has formed humanity with wisdom and commanded us to be stewards of the earth.
Amen. So generally speaking, I would do a Dvar Torah, etc., but we are going to continue on with the service and continue with the Mourner's Kaddish a little bit out of order, and that way we can also do some announcements, communal learning together, and those kinds of things. So I just want to make sure that everybody gets a chance to say Kaddish. So we are on the top of page 12. The Kaddish is not a prayer for the dead, it is a prayer for the living. It does not mention death, it mentions only life and the author of life. As we pray the Kaddish, we recall the loved ones whom death has recently taken from us, those who died at this season in the past, and those whom we have taken into our hearts with our own. The memories of all of them are with us. Our griefs and sympathies are mingled as we affirm the goodness of life. Our hearts go out to Arlene Shaw on the passing of her brother-in-law, Arya Weiniger. We are also in a period of shloshim for Dr. Eugene Morung, brother of Carol Pastor, and for Sandra Johnson, mother of Kim Halson, mother-in-law of Sarah Halson, and grandmother of Maya Halson. This week, we also recall the yahrzeits, the anniversaries of the deaths of Elaine Thorpe, mother of Sarah Chisholm and Carrie Keogh, sister of Marilyn LeBoy, and our beloved congregant. Lois Eder Weissman, mother of Marcia Liebson. Carol Line, wife of James Line. Barbara Arut, sister of Shay Bukema. Joseph Faso, father of Mary Jane Faso. Madeline Fairbank, mother of Stephen West. Florence Lipton, mother of Leslie Bellinson, and Neil Koenig, father of Beth Friedman. If there's anybody else who you are thinking of whose name you would like to share with our community, I invite you to do so now. We join together on page 12. Please rise. Yitgadal v'kadash shemei Rabbah, be'alma divarach yirutei v'yamlich malchutei, b'chayechon uvyomechon uv'chaye dechol beit Yisrael, ba'agala uv'izman kariv v'imru, Amen. Yehei shmei Rabbah mevarach le'olam olamei almaya, yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yipa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh, V'yit Hadzar, V'yit Ale, V'yit Halal, Shemei Dekudesha, B'richu. Le'ela min kol birchata v'shir ata, tush bechata v'nechemata, za'amiran be'alma v'imru, Amen. Yehi shlama rabba min shemaya, v'chayim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael, v'imru, Amen. Oseh shalom b'imromav, hu ya'aseh shalom, Aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael, v'imru, Amen. May the source of peace bring peace to all who mourn and comfort to all who are bereaved here and everywhere, to which we say, Amen. Please be seated. So the reason that I chose to do that is because, we've talked about this a little bit in 7th grade, but to pray the Kaddish, the mourner's Kaddish, you're supposed to do that in community. And we are about to do something where we are going to break up into stations. The Kesher students will explain to you in a second. And so I wanted to make sure that the community who's online still gets a chance to pray with us. It's really important that we provide that for everybody who's going through something. So before Kesher tells you what's going to happen next, Marsha Liebson, our secretary, recording secretary, that's your official title, right? Of our board, is going to make a few announcements. And okay, you got all the details. You got all the details. I'm going to sit down now.
I got it.
Go ahead.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat shalom.
I want to welcome all the parents and students this evening. It was nice to see everybody. And before I do my announcements, I'd like to call Charlie Berg up.
Okay, Charlie.
There he is. It's hard to tell who everybody is with a mask.
All right, Charlie. You can pull your mask down and talk right into the microphone, bud.
Okay. I'm doing it for my thingy, right?
What?
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, but you do have to face everybody. Yeah.
So,
Yeah. Real loud. There you go.
I'm collecting broken and unwanted crayons for recycling for my bar mitzvah project. There's a basket by the front door to put them in. Crayons are made of petroleum, and when thrown away, they sit in landfills for many years, polluting the earth. The company that I'm giving the crayons to recycle them into new crayons so they can be used again. This company has stopped over 120,000 pounds of crayons from going into landfills. Please consider donating to my crayon drive to celebrate Earth Day.
Thank you, Charlie. Good job. Oh, yeah, and a full round of applause for your family. Thanks, Becky.
So because I was standing behind Charlie, I didn't really hear him, so he'll have to tell me in private after. So this Sunday, CST's parenting group, the Horim Hobnob, is meeting at 10 o'clock. Our guest speaker is our very own Deb Yamstein. And the title is So You're a Sandwich, Caring for Kids and Parents, which I'm sure a lot of people are sandwiches right now. Camp Tikva 2022, it's so hard to remember to say that. Registration opens at shirtikva.org on May 11th. Don't miss out on this fabulous weekend on the shores of Lake Huron with your Shir Tikva family. See the May Schreier for details. CST can help raise funds. CST and recycle cans and bottles for Earth Day. Redeem your home bottle returns and donate the funds to CST. See the e-blast for details. Some people brought money tonight. We don't know where they're supposed to put it.
I think Stephanie's in the back there.
Thank you. Okay. Only a few days left for our spring bulb sale to benefit our Tauber caring community. We're at 50% of the way to our goal, and Monday, I believe, is the last day of the sale. To help us get there and beautify our garden at the same time, not just our garden, but your gardens at home, it's a great idea for a Mother's Day gift to give bulbs to somebody. So go to shirtikva.org for information. Please join our CST community as we celebrate Israel's Independence Day with a special make-your-own pizza and potluck lunch at 12:15 on Sunday, May 1st. We'll gather to schmooze, eat, and play some fun games and crafts. We'll even do a bit of dancing to Israeli music. There is something fun for everyone. I can see some people are real excited about that. Our Never Again campaign is collecting donations to help Ukraine. Check your e-blast for more information and to lend your support. Have you been joining us either in person or virtually for Shabbat services and are interested in membership? If you know somebody who is, that's also something you should think about. Please contact our executive director, Laura Leiberg. Sometimes the words just don't come out right. At info@shirtikva.org with questions or to learn more. And Lorelei will be happy to answer any questions. Thank you, and Shabbat Shalom.
Thank you, Marsha. I appreciate it. So, I am now going to invite Maura Carey and Eliza up to explain what's going to happen next. Oh, before they do that, sorry, you stay, you're fine. But I just want to say a quick thank you to Marcia and to Jan for making sure that our sound is working, and to Maura Sarah, who did all the food stuff, and Lorelai, who got everything set up this afternoon, and Maura Carey, obviously. I didn't say this, but Maura Carey is she'll tell you about who she is. Come on up. You guys know her, but all right.
I don't.
Okay. All right. We'll stand here. We look great doing it, so. All right. Eliza, give us a little.
So we are doing a Earth Day craft today. We're using materials collected from our very own trail out there that I don't actually think is the property of this place, but it's right there. So
It is. It's ours.
Oh, okay. And anyway, we're going to create artwork using that gathered material. The meaning is partially for Earth Day and partially because we are creating something out of what God created for us.
Thank you. Maura Carey, you want to add anything?
I do. So I'd like to thank everybody for coming. I'd especially like to thank our Kesher teens who put in a surprising number of hours. Not only did they work through this service with Rabbi Elisha, but they also spent several hours working through what their project would be today and whether and how to make that inclusive for our whole congregation and all of the needs for that congregation. And I just think that's really amazing. And I think there is no better way that we can worship and honor each other than by allowing our kids to teach. So, Kesher, if you want to distribute yourselves among the 3 stations, and congregation, if you would like to proceed to any one of our 3 stations, you'll see the tables here. Kesher, you can go.
Leave your services on your.
You can leave your service on your chair.
So that way you know where it is when it's.
And then everybody else can proceed to a station. So what we're doing is we are creating, at each of these stations, there's a little container of glue. There's a little, there's some pens, there are some paintbrushes. You can grab a piece of paper and some flora that will be on the table. And the idea is to create a piece of art, to create a drawing out of the leaves and pine cones and whatnot that we have. So
This was a project that they came up with. We were talking about how we were going to do community learning, right? Hey, 7th graders, or Kesher, I mean, be a little quieter while you're setting up, okay? We were trying to figure out how we could do community learning and make this something fun and inclusive, and they really did narrow down the project, decided what inclusivity looked like. We talked about all those things, and I'm really proud and excited for them to walk you through this. So thank you, Kesher, for being our teachers, our Morim this evening.
and
We'll invite you all to go and craft.
learn from your kids.
Learn from each other. Our service will continue in a few moments. So go do the craft and then come back. space. You can sit on the floor. You can sit on the chairs.
Can I make an announcement? That's my mom's birthday.
No, I will do it.
Okay.
Happy birthday. Oh my God, no, I'm so happy. I'm so happy that people Yes, we do. Tomorrow's Saturday. You got your shirt though. I am meeting with yeah, we can do it. Just remind me, text me. Please text me. Yeah. Yes.
Now it's like,
I'm just going to remind you that the live stream is still on. So.
I watered it.
Oh, Delaney, yes. My friends, this is a 5-minute craft warning so we can conclude our service, which I know will be hard to make happen, but I believe in us.
Sorry about that, Lorelai. And if you are done with your paintbrushes, I have some cups to collect them, and Cole and Keegan are also walking around with some cups to collect dirty paintbrushes.
If you've got paintbrushes that are gluey, you can give them to Maura Carey. All right.
Is my bar mitzvah the next bar mitzvah? Or is there,
Lucy is on the 30th,
Oh yeah, and Shears is.
and
Shears is.
Shears is the 4th. And then Shani and Lily are having their Benot Mitzvah on the 11th of June. And then Trevor, I believe, and then you.
Yeah.
It is. I agree.
I think Slurpee's not.
Well, now you have both. Oh, I love it. Tiny bee, tiny butterfly. I love it. You did. You did a great job, Jeff. Really. Good supervising. Okay, this is your 2-minute warning. 2 minutes. Yeah. 2-minute warning. You also, if you want to finish up crafting during the oneg, we have a few more parts of the service, and if you're not done with your craft, but you want to finish it during the oneg, you certainly may.
Can you tell people that they can either dry, if they have room next to their seat, they can dry them, but also they can put them on the tables out there and take them
sure.
home.
If you would like to dry your creation, you can put it outside. You can put it on the seat next to you. You can put it in a lobby on the table and grab it on your way out. Okay, friends. Thank you, everybody. You always have fun, Cole. I'm noticing the most empty seats are those of the people who are supposed to be leading the service. So I just want to check and make sure. Kesha, are you still alive? All right. I'm going to invite you all to finish up during our oneg. If you are somebody who's still crafting, I'm going to it's not, yes, there are snacks. I'm going to invite you to finish up because we have a few more things left to do. Keegan and Eliza, we are on page 13 in your prayer book. You should stand up there together.
Yeah, we are.
Right in front of the microphone. There you go.
May we see the day when war and bloodshed cease, when a great peace will embrace the whole world.
Then nation will not threaten nation, and mankind will not again know war.
For all who live on earth shall realize we have not come into being to hate or to destroy.
We have come into being to praise, to labor, and to love.
Compassionate God, bless the leaders of all nations with the power of compassion.
I will bring peace to the land, and you shall lie down, and no one shall terrify you.
I will rid the land of vicious peace, and it shall not be ravaged by war.
Let love and justice flow like a mighty stream.
Let peace fill the earth as the waters fill the sea.
And let us say,
Amen.
Thank you both. Charlie. You ready? Odyavo shalom aleinu. Odyavo shalom aleinu. Odyavo shalom aleinu ve'al kulam. Odyavo shalom aleinu. Odyavo shalom aleinu. Odyavo shalom aleinu ve'al kulam. Salam aleinu ve'al kol ha'olam. Salam, shalom, salam aleinu ve'al kol ha'olam. Salam, shalom. Odyavo shalom aleinu. Odyavo shalom aleinu. Odyavo shalom aleinu ve'al kulam. Okay, Kesher, if you would come and join me for one last moment up here on the pulpit. Those of you who are here and left, here we go. We're going to stop in a second and do an oneg. There's some really beautiful, I think, the Rafewitz family did a bunch of baking. I believe Sarah did some baking. Carrie, did you bake also? Much baking happened. It looks delicious. You'll get to have a little Kiddush cup of juice over there. It's of the grape variety, I believe. And I just want to thank all of you again for leading with me this evening. Thank you for putting in the hours to make this happen. It was lovely to be together. We're going to finish up with the Kiddush. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei peri hagafen hamotzi lechem min haaretz. We give thanks to God for bread. Our voices rise in song together as our joyful prayer is said. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam hamotzi lechem min haaretz. Amen. Shabbat shalom, everybody. Let's wish these Kesher students a Yasher Koach. All right. Please join us for oneg in that room over there. And we'll see you Sunday morning. Also. Oh, yeah. If we can help clean up just a tiny bit, that would be awesome. Lorelai has an... Oh, yeah. And Yisker tomorrow morning is Zoom only, so you have the Zoom link. Oh, it's live stream only. I'm sorry. You have the link in your Pesach Yisker tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. live stream. But I'm going to do it from not here. Shabbat shalom, everybody. Thank you all so much for your help in advance. Thanks for being here. Yasher Koach. Kesher, well done.